my twisted face. There's not the slightest trace of anything that even hints of kindness. And from my tortured shame, no comfort, no escape. I see, but deep within his utter blindness, hopeless as my dream dies, as the time flies, love a lost illusion, helpless, unforgiven, cold and driven to this sad conclusion. No beauty could move me, no goodness improve me, no power on earth if I can't love. Could reach me, no lesson could teach me how I could have loved her and make her love me too. If I can't love her, then who? Long ago I should have seen all the things I could have been. Careless and unthinking, I moved onward. But it's not to be. If I can't love her, let the world be done with me.
Right then, there we are. So excited for this. Gosh, it's going to be so warm wearing this mask all night. But you got to stay safe these days. We've got to stay safe. No matter what happens, we have to stay safe. Right, where is everybody? I told them to be here for 7:30. It's now just gone 7:30. Oh, here we are. Grace is here. Come on, Grace. Hi, Grace. How are you?
Hiya. Good, thanks.
Grace, where's your mask?
Shay, we don't
Grace,
need one.
Grace, where is your
Shay,
mask?
We don't need one.
But we're less than 2 meters.
No, Shay, the thing, we're over the internet. We're in different houses. We're not next to each other.
Oh yeah, I remember being told that. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
But anyway, how are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You ready for the show?
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be nice to see everyone, but I am very nervous. So.
I'll be fine. There's literally nothing to be worried about. Like, just pretend there's no audience there. Oh, Alad's here, I think.
I'm so excited.
Oh no, he's gone, I think.
Oh.
I don't know. Technology, isn't it? It's Alad's here. Alad is here now. He is here.
Oh, he is here.
Hello!
Hiya.
How do I look, huh?
Alad?
Yeah.
You do know this is, when I said smart casual, I didn't mean like over the top smart.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's just I haven't worn this in a while, and I really wanted to wear it.
Well, I think you look lovely, Alex. So.
Why, thank you.
Well, I don't mind you wearing that, but just take the sunglasses off, Alad.
Seriously?
Take them off, Alad. Come on.
But...
Alad.
Sorry.
Thank you.
So,
Honest-
who are we waiting for now?
Literally everybody else. I told them to be here for 7:30. It's 32 minutes past now.
Hey, just leave it.
Yeah, but we're late starting. It's just not fair, is it?
It's fine.
Oh, Ethan Lashamanon's joined. Here we go. Hi, Ethan. You alright?
Hi, Ethan.
All right. Oh my days! You.
Charming.
Wow. Ethan, please watch your language. We're going live in a minute.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Now, I'm so panicking now. What if people are late? Everyone's late.
It'll be fine.
Robertson's joining.
Hi, Ethan.
Hiya.
Hiya, you alright?
Alex,
Yeah?
shush. I asked
What?
Ethan a question.
Shay,
What?
what are you talking about?
Right.
Hey, it's me.
What do you mean? It? Shut up, Alid. Shush.
It's not me!
Right, Alid, shush.
It's him!
Shay, Ethan's
me,
talking.
Move!
It's Ethan talking. His voice has dropped. It's not
Yeah.
valid.
Oh,
It got-
well, that's going to take some getting used to, isn't it?
Hang on. I sound like a man.
Anyway, I need to go and have my vocal warm-up, so,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just going to mute myself, guys.
Yeah,
Okay, good idea. You better not be eating on call, Ethan.
Vocal warm-ups are stupid.
No.
no, I'd rather just eat
Camille's
food.
joining. Guys, everyone, Camille's joining.
Hello.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Whoa!
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Hello. Can you see me? Hello.
We can definitely see you, mate, but back up a bit.
yeah, back up.
Can you like
What?
step away from the camera? You're really close and really loud, and that goes for all of you. You're all really loud. Can you like quieten down a bit? I'm trying to get a PB.
Oh,
Then stop
sorry.
playing that stupid game.
It's right now.
Hey, that's right. Yeah, well done.
Oh my god, right. Listen to this. It said that more people like salt and vinegar than cheese and onion. I know.
Yeah. Because
I don't
Oh.
like Chris.
salt and vinegar's superior.
Nah, they're really soft. and
What?
better.
I don't know what you're on about.
Guys,
I hate
Camille's
Chris.
joining.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Staring contest. I'm honestly so bad at these. No, seriously though, why are we staring? Is it my makeup? Okay, I tried
Yeah.
something a little bit new, sort of different. I've just been getting so bored. What do you think?
Clown.
Banging, banging, banging.
It's amazing. I mean, really brings out Your eyes.
Really?
Thank you. My mum said I put too much on, but I don't think she understands that this is what fashion is now.
Get in, son! Wait, what? Oh my god!
You made me drop my Chris.
What is
Right.
that?
Evil.
Ethan! It's Helen looking very, very lovely.
Okay, if that's what you'd call it.
Anyway.
Helen's here.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
I had a nap and I missed my alarm.
You call that a nap? It looks like you've been asleep for centuries, Kelly.
Hey, don't say that. That's not nice.
Only being realistic.
Let's say he's organising this. He's not even here. Rude.
He was here earlier, but he kind of
When
He
did
left
you go
about
for
5
football?
minutes ago.
I don't
Yeah,
really care. I guess we're just gonna have to start without him. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna pause my camera, and I'll go get some paper. Right. Hold on
Okay.
a minute.
Aled.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Ooh la la.
I can't.
Right.
Oh my,
What?
sexy boy.
Captain America bringing a whole new meaning to the Star Spangled Banner here.
Sorry. You weren't supposed to see that. That was private.
Oh yes, I did.
You don't say.
Okay, guys. Guys, calm down. We're just waiting on Katie. No surprise there. Let's all just relax.
I'll send you a message just to remind you.
Yes.
Good idea.
Yeah.
She's always late.
Oh, she's joining.
What?
Oh, she got it.
Hello.
Bye.
Hi,
Katie, you're
I'm
on
sorry I'm
mute.
late. I forgot. Don't worry, you're here now. It's fine.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, let's just start.
Shay, you know you're on mute, right?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Why didn't any of you tell me that I was muted? Come on, guys. I've been getting your
We
attention for
didn't see
ages.
you.
I was
We didn't
occupied.
Yeah, no.
Right, I didn't care.
Sorry.
Just
No.
point it
Like
out.
Sam, who cares really? It's funny.
I mean, I couldn't hear you, and it looked really funny with you doing all of this in front of the camera. So,
Right. Listen here,
Yeah.
Ethan. You have no authority here, Ethan Shemnon. No authority at all.
Monarchy!
bye.
Right.
Oh, yo.
Aw. Hi, Shay. We missed you.
He looks mad.
Right, Ethan.
Hi, Shay.
Do you want a Chris, mate?
Oh, I want one.
No, maybe not, Ethan.
Yeah.
Right.
He'll
Can we all,
bite your
can we all
hand off.
please shh? Guys, we're going live in a second, okay? So let's all get ourselves ready.
Come on.
Let's get ourselves ready. Okay. And we're live in 3, 2, 1.
Shay, hang on.
Hold on a
Haven't our
second.
cameras been on the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh
Ulrich.
my. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this first ever Young'uns virtual show. Now, sadly, this is the first ever show that Young'uns has ever performed virtually. It's the first ever time that we've not performed on the town hall stage, which it's a real shame. But Colin,
But Here we are, and we couldn't possibly go this year without doing something for you all. So a few of us old uns have teamed up and created a show of young uns songs and memories.
We have, and you guys can get involved with these memories as well. If you see down below, there's a little thing that says comment below your favourite memories of young uns. And if you put that in the comments using hashtag AskYou, and we'll definitely take a look at your comments, and we'd love to see them all. We'd love to hear them.
Yeah, definitely.
And tonight we're looking back at the past 10 years of our young uns shows with slight discussion and some songs from these shows as well.
Yay! And we are joined tonight by a local star of the stage and screen who will be our guest announcer.
That's right. We are joined by Miss Ruby Snape, who will be introducing our shows and helping us into our discussions.
Fab. So without further ado, over to you, Ruby.
Hi, I'm Ruby Snape and I'm an actress. I'm delighted to be introducing the shows the Llangollen Operatic Society have performed over the last 10 years. What a talented bunch of performers you are. We're starting off in 2011 with a performance of Annie. Tomorrow is one of my favourite songs and I really do hope the sun will come out tomorrow. So I'm going to hand you over back to the young ones now to hear all about it.
Thanks, Ruby. So yeah, that's right. The first show we're going to be talking about is the 2011 production of Annie, which was actually my favourite. No, not my favourite. My first show.
There we are. So, Kellen, tell everyone, or tell me and tell everyone, how you got involved with Young Uns all those years ago. 10 years ago. Can you believe it, Kellen? 10 years ago.
My family have always been very musical, very lively. We're a very energetic bunch. And we've been introduced to musicals like Sound of Music, Les Mis, all that kind of stuff from a really young age. And so me and my sister decided to join. I was 6, which was the age the youngest you could be at the time, when I joined. And yeah, we just decided to go along. We knew a couple of people who went the year before, so we decided to give it a go. And one of the best decisions we've ever, not that I really made the decision, I just went because my parents told me to, but I'm really glad they told me to, because Young Uns is one of the best things I do. I love it so much. Yeah,
it is great fun. Tell us, Kellen, for anyone that hasn't seen Annie, there's lots of things out there that are of the show. Like there's 2 movies, and obviously the musical. Tell everyone what happens in Annie.
So Annie follows a story of an orphan who was left at an orphanage by her parents with half of a locket and a promise that they'll come and get her as soon as they can. And so she grows up there, surrounded by all of these girls that she makes friends with. And the orphanage is run by a drunk lady who hates kids called Miss Hannigan. And so Annie has a bit of an awful time of it there, but this billionaire Mr. Warbucks decides to do a good deed for society and take in an orphan for a week. And Annie's chosen. Annie moves into the mansion and she has the best time. Her and Mr. Warbucks don't quite get along at first, but he ends up really warming up to each other. And Annie tells him the story of her parents and the locket. And so Mr. Warbucks puts out a plea that he'll give a huge amount of money to Annie's parents if they can come and collect her. And Miss Hannigan and her brother and his wife come up with this huge scheme because actually Annie's parents died and left the other half of the locket with Miss Hannigan. They come up with a big ploy to try and get this money and kidnap Annie, but obviously it doesn't go to plan and it all ends up happily with Mr. Warbucks adopting Annie.
Brilliant stuff. It does sound. I've seen the film many times. I love it. It is a brilliant plot.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Kellen, tell us, with it being your first show and you being 6 years old, is there anything that you remember most about it?
Yeah, definitely. So I played one of the littlest orphans, Molly, Annie was very protective over Molly. And in one of the scenes, I had to sit in a bucket. And I'm pretty sure you've got a clip of this to show everyone. But I got stuck in the bucket and had to be carried off by these poor children off stage with me stuck in a bucket. So is this it? Oh, yeah?
This clip here should be going, I think. Is this it? There we are.
There we go. The amount of people it took to carry me off was awful. But yeah, there's little 6-year-old me stuck in a bucket.
Brilliant stuff, brilliant. Well, Kellen, huge thank you for sharing your memories of Annie. And to finish off our first show, we have the fabulous Helen Edwards singing Tomorrow.
Oh, we're going to be waiting a while then, aren't we, Shay?
What do you mean? She's singing it now?
No, she's singing Tomorrow.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. Till there's none. When I'm stuck with the day that's grey and lonely, I'll just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow, you're always a day away. When I'm stuck with the day that's grey and lonely, I'll just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come on, May, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow, you're always a
Oh, that was absolutely fabulous. Starting off our show
Brilliant.
on the right note with that, Hella. Thank you so much. That was
Brilliant.
Tomorrow
Thank you, Hella.
Annie. And now we're back over to Ruby to introduce the next show.
Ruby, here we go.
Their next show, performed in 2012, is The Vackies. This is not a show I'm familiar with, so I'm really looking forward to hearing all about it. Over to you guys.
Yes, that's right. Our next show is the 2012 production of The Vackies. It's not a show that I was in, so Kellen, I'm coming back to you. Okay.
It's me again.
Anyone that doesn't know what happens in The Vackies, what happened? Tell us what happens.
So
please.
The Vackies follows a group of evacuees, hence the title, but mainly follows the story of a lad called Kipps. He's from London in World War II, and his mum has sent him, along with the rest of his school friends, to Dartshire in Somerset, I'm pretty sure. And we kind of see the story unfold between the evacuees gang and the Dartshire gang, and how their relationships, they obviously don't get off to the best of starts, they're sharing a school, but some little relationships start to form. Kipps ends up falling in love with the little girl that he's staying with. It was just a really lovely show, some gorgeous music. It was just absolutely phenomenal. I loved the music.
Oh, brilliant. Now, tell us, have you got, because obviously you were 7 in this, were you? Yes.
I think I must have just turned 8, but close enough, yeah.
Close enough. So, what was your, have you got a favourite memory from this show?
Something I remember quite well was the ending of the show was actually really sad. It ended with Kip's coming back on, like getting off the train back in London to like a bombed out street and just yelling for his mum. Like absolutely hot, and then the lights just go down. And obviously, Llangollen being the happy place that it is, couldn't possibly use that as an ending. So we ended up changing it so that his mum came on stage and they were reunited. Of course, Llangollen couldn't have a sad ending.
No Llangollen show can be sad.
No.
Always got. No, yeah. Now you've just mentioned about brilliant music and songs. Well, sadly, we couldn't actually find any music for this. But we are extremely grateful for Mr. Cassius Hackforth. Cassius, we know you're watching, so hello. Cassius has just sent us a few clips of stuff he's been getting on at the moment in university. Over to you, Cassius.
It's a happy ending to the greatest show on earth. Now the curtain's descending, and I hope you got your money's worth. Gonna stop the show now, 'cause I wanna leave on top. So get up and go now, 'cause there's nothing left inside my head. Everything that's left to say's been said, but goodbye. Standing here you can see, from the spires to the piers of Petersburg, I'd be down on that quay, selling stolen souvenirs of Petersburg. The palaces above and alleyways below. Funny how a city is all you know. How even when you hate it, something in you loves it so. That's where I learned my stuff, in some rough company. There's a boy growing up who is me, all I've been, all I'll be. I bet on the horses, I die by degree. I'm sure his divorce is a tribute to me. Ask me, do I love him? It depends on the day. These are the games I play. It's tough, my friend. Love's looking strong. Let me face the music. It's a song that I've been waiting to hear for much too long. Years too long.
Thank you so much, Cass. I absolutely love music from Anastasia. Oh, it makes me cry.
Let's stop talking about Anastasia.
Let's move on from that quickly.
Now, should we head back over to Ruby and see what our next show is? Let's do it.
Coming up now is Beauty and the Beast. This was performed in 2013. I love the motto of this show. Don't be fooled by appearances. True beauty lies within. So let's hear how it went.
That's right. Our next show is Beauty and the Beast. And for our next discussion, we're going back in time. We are. Ooh. I know. And it's not that long. We're going back in time. It's just Wednesday that's just gone. Because me and Kellen, we had the, would you say pleasure?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. But we had the pleasure of chatting to Louise Chalesky and Nathan Lloyd, who many will know. Yeah. And it was a very interesting chat.
Definitely interesting, yeah. For anyone who knows Nathan and Louise, you know how hyper they can be around each other. And this chat was no different. So let's see how it's going.
It wasn't. Right, let me just, there's a little bit of a technical thing to do here, but it should work now. Here we go. Let's take a look.
The next show we'll be discussing is the fabulous 2013 production of Beauty and the Beast. To help us with this discussion, we are joined by two ancient past members of the Llangollen, Louise Chalesky and Nathan Lloyd. Hello!
Ancient. Ancient.
Yeah, you can blame Shay for that lovely bit of writing.
How dare you? I am ancient. I am ancient.
Vintage. God,
My hips are ancient.
this is going to be a nightmare, this one. So, Louise, Nathan, how have you both been coping with all this thing that's been going on for the past 12 months?
Well, you know.
I haven't been, long story short. But I mean, I'm getting there. I'm getting there now. It's one of those where, like, you know, you're just sort of, I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel now, so I feel like we're all right. I mean, I don't know, but it's hard not seeing my friends, you know, like, I mean, you know, it's hard. It's been hard for everyone, especially like everyone doing like theatre and stuff like that. But all in all, at least I've been able to get a break from Louise for a while. That's been that's the biggest benefit.
Excuse me, Nathan. Until we were allowed to start going
You're
for
excused.
walks.
Leave.
Socially distant walks where I dust off the old dog lead for Nathan and we go around the castle, don't we, hun, with a flask of coffee.
Woof woof. Woof woof.
Right. So, Louise, for anyone who doesn't know the story of Beauty and the Beast, can you tell us a bit about it?
I can't tell you, Kellen, but I'll sing it. Sing the shoulders time. All right. Cereal.
I'm going to show you through interpretive dance.
No. Oh, okay. So, Taylor's oldest time. Beauty and the Beast. Nathan, it was probably one of our fave shows to do, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It was like really like, yeah, really, it was brilliant. Like, you know, we've done shows before that and, you know, I loved them, still love them. I mean, you know, but I really, really took Beauty and the Beast seriously, which is not good really, because I should have took the other one seriously as well. But Beauty and the Beast was the one that I really took seriously and I loved it so much. I want to publicly apologise to Dee Smith, by the way. I didn't know my lines for Annie. And you were right to correct me.
That's very true.
I just wanted to publicly say that.
Really big
that was Annie. That was the Beauty and the Beast. Anyway, never mind.
Is that the first ever time that's ever been said?
The
apology to Dee.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, that is an exclusive. That's the first time I've publicly apologised to her. Yeah, I made her feel bad about it, and I feel bad about it now because I didn't know my lines, and that's what I mean. Beauty and the Beast. I loved it because I just love the show, the characters. It's just something that we've all grown up with, and like, to be Lumiere, I was just in heaven. I loved it, absolutely loved it. Yeah. Anyway,
Kellen, back to. Go on. The question's gone. Question.
What I was going to say is back to the question, Louise. Answer it. What happens in Beauty and the Beast?
So basically,
we don't know.
It's about this little ginger girl, and she needs to like find some new family, and she's in this orphanage.
I've just muted Nathan so that there's no disruption there.
Oh right, come on, let's get serious. Yes, it's about a small town girl living in a poor provincial town, and she goes off into the forest one day, obviously, to save her father. She comes across the beast, and of course, as in any Disney movie, they see the best in each other and they fall in love. And the spell is broken. But along the way, they make all these interesting characters, as Nathan loosely touched on before. Lumiere is one of them, and this is Potts, who I played, and little Chip, who Kellen in the corner up there played. Yeah.
Which one would I have played if I was in it?
The dustpan.
The Beast. No.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can take any of those. Shane, comments.
No, Nathan, you've already said that it was your favourite show, and it's the first show that you properly took seriously. So, what is your like most memorable part of the production? What was your favourite bit?
Oh, I mean, it was just, I just, in general, the whole process of the show, and we loved Young'uns and like doing it but the whole process leading up to the show was just so, like, it was just manic, but at the same time, it was just so fun, and just, it was really the first time that I sort of like, I don't know, it was the first time that I looked at it as a part. I know I was playing a candle. I'm not like talking about like I was playing, you know, but I mean, it was playing making people laugh. Like I'd never done that really before. Like I'd never really had that opportunity, and like being able to play something funny. That's what I really took from it, and really what I remember the most. People laughing at me, and in a good way for once. People laughing at me, and I just loved it. And like getting to know everyone, and you know, getting to be on stage with Helen and, you know, Wilf and all the people that we were in, you know, Louise was there as well, but, you know, it was really fun. And that was what I really take away from it.
Brilliant. Now, Louise, this was your very last show with the Young'uns, because obviously you got old. So, so
she's 42.
Go on.
So obviously you have just or past 12 months, 2 years, you graduated from drama school.
Yeah.
So tell us how Young'uns obviously had a part of helping you get to where you were with the experience.
Well,
so
obviously.
Tell us how that's helped you, because I'm sure there's many in the cast today that are aspiring to be actors and actresses. So tell us how that helped you, and any advice you can give to them.
So to be honest, like, and Nathan will know this, like to this day, if we have interviews or auditions or anything like that, I always relate back to Young'uns, because it shows such like commitment to theatre, and you know, you're not getting paid for it. It's a passion, and that's where like anything that you truly want in life should start from. It's not just like, oh, I want to get some money from acting, you know. It started as a passion, and you don't realise that, you know, it was £2. Just, I don't know if it's still £2, like every Monday, and the work and the things that you learn there, you don't even realize, like the costume, you get to learn a bit about this, like how set management runs, how stage management runs, the lighting team come into it, and basically every Monday night for 2 hours you're learning new skills and like flexing new skills in like a safe environment. And you know, when you get thrown into drama school and into the big bad acting world, you're not always in that safe environment, you know. So it was just, you don't realize it until you look back how lucky we were to, like I said, like every Monday basically like have acting and singing lessons. Like the musical department within the Young'uns is just, it's amazing, you know. The standard is amazing.
Absolutely amazing. And like that, you know, just following on from that, like it didn't really matter if you had a part, it didn't really matter if you didn't even want to be on stage, you were still included. And that was like really important to me anyway. It was just the fact that, you know, everybody got involved, everybody learned the same things, and it was all transferable skills. It's all skills that you need going into this sort of like industry. It's all stuff that not a lot of people get a chance to learn at the age that we learned it. So I'm always grateful for it, you know.
And you know,
you
said about the acting, about the acting front and stuff, Shay. It's like, you know, many people in the cast in the company now might not necessarily want to be actors, but it's like what Nate touched on, like the social skills and the confidence skills. As if me and Nathan, like, where's that confidence come from? It's from Young'uns.
Oh, I don't know. I was such a little dweeb before I went to Young'uns.
He really was.
Oh, like it just brought, like I didn't really have many friends. I didn't really speak to many people before I went to Young'uns. And it was really what brought me out of myself. You know, like I used to like singing. So my mum, you know, Louise was like, you should do it, you know, and I did it. And I'm so grateful that I did, because I made so many friends for life from Young'uns. And, you know, it's really valuable. I think it's one of those things that really should keep. I'm so glad it's still going.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
We have some of the best memories of our lives. Like, we used to cry and laugh at every Monday, didn't we, Nate?
Not everyone that we can talk about, to be honest, because we might get sued, but we might get in trouble. But yeah, such good memories. Really, really brilliant.
The best.
Cracking.
What's the next question?
Yeah, sorry, we're not sticking to the questions, are we? We're just blabbing like two.
I don't think we even answered the question. I don't even know what the question was.
I was about to tell you what I had for tea.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm gonna have to do a bit of editing with this because we've got a limit of 10 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
Well.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Nathan, I just like.
No, go on.
You got everything you need, then, love.
Yeah. What more do you need now?
Mama's gotta go.
I've got a FaceTime in 2 minutes with Mr. T. Come on.
Mr.
I mean the ice cream man, not a behaviour artist.
We knew.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway, sorry.
Come
on, sorry.
At the very end of the show, I think we should have a little outtakes area and just have this.
Just that.
Hang on.
Oh.
Is it just me and you now?
Now the end is near.
And so
I say my final part.
Nate, where's Shay and Kellen gone?
I think they've had enough with us. Enough of us, to be honest. I think they just left us to it. And that's great.
Oh, they're back!
Oh, I don't know what's gone on with this, but it has been.
Sorry, guys.
Brilliant.
Just cut everyone else. Leave us.
So, guys,
come on.
A huge thank you for joining us for this little chat. Now, let's head back to Shay and Callan in the future.
Woo! Take yourself
Sorry.
off. There we go.
Sorry, I was on mute then. Oh.
I don't think I stopped laughing throughout that entire chat. It's so funny.
I don't know how many times I've watched that. It's
still
very
as funny.
It's very long, so I wouldn't be surprised if people have fallen asleep.
Yeah, just go make a panic. Anyway,
yeah, it's
a huge thank you to Nathan and Louise for chatting with us. That was definitely an interesting video to record, to say the least. Now, to finish off this section, we have the lovely Louise Tuleski performing Beauty and the Beast.
Shannon, I don't think we've got enough time for that.
Shay, just play the track.
All right.
Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least. Of a little scared, neither one prepared, Beauty and the Beast. Ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, never just as sure as the sun will rise. Tale as old as time, sweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you are wrong. Certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the beast. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the beast.
Oh,
Sorry
you did
about
the
that.
show. Was that a bit much?
That was brilliant.
Yeah, thank you so much, Louise, for that beautiful rendition of Beauty and the Beast.
Kellen, did you hear? You know where Gaston in Beauty and the Beast?
I do, yeah. Well, not
He
personally.
won. He won a really prestigious award.
Did he now? Go on.
The Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, show that just wasn't good.
Yes, it was.
Anyway, let's just move on from that and find out what show number 4 is.
The next show is Oliver, and this was performed in 2014. This is one of my favourite musicals ever, and Consider Yourself is such a wonderful song. I'm considering myself very lucky to hear how Llangollen Operatic Society got on with their performance.
Yay! And that is right. Our next show is Oliver, and you've heard from him already this evening. But we are joined by the fantastic Mr. Cassius Hackforth. Hello, Cassius. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Lovely to be here. And I've just cracked up watching Nathan and Louise entertain for 10 minutes. It brought back many memories. Absolute laugh.
It was you wait for the bloopers at the very end of the very end of the show.
Hilarious.
Honestly.
Oh, amazing.
So funny. Anyways, your first show, I believe, was Vacky's with the Young'uns.
It was indeed. It was.
Can you tell us why and how you came about joining Young'uns?
Okay. Oh, wow. I'm trying to remember now because I'm thinking, it must have been 10 years ago now, 9 years ago. But I just moved back up to Wales with my family, and I had a bit of a passion and a bit of an inkling for like performing and singing. Never really pursued anything, and my mum kind of got in touch, and then I almost did Annie, but I think the year after was the Vackies, and so I joined then and kind of caught a bug, and stayed for 9 remarkable years, best years ever.
I'd completely agree, Cass. Now, Oliver, what happens for anyone that hasn't seen it, which is going to be only a few people, but for anyone that hasn't seen it, what actually happens in it, Cass?
Oliver, wow, absolutely groundbreaking, incredible show, and a really memorable one as well. It's basically, obviously about the young Oliver Twist, who's an orphan who's in a workhouse, and he gets greedy and asks for more food, and from there gets sold, and basically follows his whole journey throughout his childhood. He becomes an apprenticeship. He becomes an apprentice at an undertaker's, and then he escapes to London. He meets Fagin and the Artful Dodger, and it follows him basically finding himself becoming a thief. It's an incredible show, and I think we've all seen it, and it was a big part of all of our childhoods, really.
Yeah, I remember going to watch Oliver. It was just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular you enjoyed about the show?
Just the whole experience was incredible. It was my third show. We'd done Beauty and the Beast the year before, and it was absolutely incredible. It was kind of the first year that Young'uns did an extra show. We did a Saturday matinee, and I just remember show week itself just being an absolute, just that buzz. I think everyone in Young'uns who's done anything to do with Young'uns, whether it's backstage, that buzz of show week, it was such an incredible experience. I think performing it and doing that 2 performances in one day. It was just absolutely so much fun.
Oh, brilliant! It does sound a fabulous show. It was the show just before I joined, so it was. I only just missed out, but I did hear it was a brilliant show to be part of.
Yeah.
Now,
it was
Cassius,
amazing.
am I right in saying you're in your second year now?
Yeah, I'm in my
Yes.
second year of grammar school. Yeah.
And you're in the let me say it. I'm going to say it posh. I know you say it's not the correct way, but it sounds better. You are in the second year of the Trinity Laban Conservatoire of Music and Drama. Am I right?
Almost. It's Trinity Laban Conservatoire of Music and Dance, but you can just call it Trinity Laban. I just call it Trinity, to be honest.
I messed it up.
you know,
I rehearsed it right, and I messed it up now, didn't I?
that's absolutely last minute.
So tell us, because obviously we've just heard from Louise in that in the little parts where she was actually serious, she spoke about how Llangollen's actually helped her to get where she is now. So how's Llangollen's actually helped you get to where you are now?
God, I'm just trying to think of Louise's interview. There's a lot of that resonates with me. I think, firstly, just generally like the fundamentals that I gained from Llangollen's and growing from being quite shy, who hadn't really performed a musical before in the backies, to then going into the next shows, and just it gave me that fundamental basis of training and skills, you know, like and social skills and learning around other people and performing on stage. And you know, like Louise said, it was a really safe space of trust where you could make mistakes and you could have a laugh and it really was the perfect environment to learn. And everyone who worked at Llangollen's and who performed with Llangollen's and who taught, you know, they really nurtured everyone's passions and you know, made it as fun as possible. You know, absolutely. I think of Llangollen's as the best years of my life, and I would go back in a heartbeat if I could.
Thank you so much for chatting with us, Kath. It's been really nice to catch up. And so to close off our section on Oliver the Musical, we have current cast member Ethan Roberts, who actually starred as Oliver in a local production quite recently, and he'll be giving us a rendition of Where Is Love?
Cool.
I can't wait.
Thanks, Cass. See you soon, mate.
See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Does it fall from skies above? Is it underneath the willow tree that I've been dreaming of? Where is she who I close my eyes to see? Will I ever know the sweet hello that's meant for only me? Who can say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside someone who I can mean something to? Where is love? Who can say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside someone who I can mean something to?
Ethan, that was brilliant. So, hang on, let me just sort the arrangement. People,
Don't need
that's better. That was brilliant. And Ethan, I do hope you find the love that you are looking for.
Shay, it's just a song, right? No, never mind. Let's just go back to Ruby and find out what the next show is.
I can't wait for this one.
Up next is Half a Sixpence, performed in 2015. This is another one of my favourite musicals, so let's flash bang wallop and get a picture of how they got on with their performance.
Bang wallop, what a picture! Sorry. And that is right. I was getting too carried away. I am enjoying myself too much, as is everybody else. I'm loving reading the comments, everyone.
Yeah, the comments are so lovely.
Yeah, let's just take a quick look. Ellen Roberts, I can't stop smiling. This is lovely. Thank you, Ellen. Who else have we got? We've got some comments now from Pamela Williams. Ethan there. Ethan, you have grown. Yes, he has, which was a huge shock to all of us. Mr. Mike Connolly, we'll just look at this one before the next show. Val and I remember watching this show, and it was wow. Every Llangollen show is wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. Now, that's right. Our next show is Half a Sixpence, which, in fact, it was my very first show, and all those years ago, 7 years ago. I can't remember.
Let's go with that.
Well, 6, I think. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, so considering it was your first show, Shay, can you tell us how you got involved with Llangollen?
So I found out from a family friend who she's been on and off as a member of the society for a number of years, and she put a post on Facebook about there's this group that are looking for people, and ever since a young age, my mum and dad thought Shay's not going to be a lawyer. They thought because I was singing "Is This the Way to Amarillo" at my playgroup Christmas concert. So I joined Llangollen, and without being cringy and soppy, I made loads of great friends for life. And yeah, I love it. I absolutely love Llangollen. Everyone is so friendly, and I can't think of anywhere better to be.
No, yeah, it's the nicest group of people. I love it so much. So for anyone who hasn't seen or heard of Half a Sixpence, can you give us a bit of a summary about what happens?
Yes, so we meet Arthur Kipps. He is a poor shop boy working at Mr. Shalford's Emporium. And as I've just said, he's very poor. And the story is about him, how he finds inheritance and comes into a little bit of money. And there's a bit of a journey where he comes across his childhood sweetheart, Anne. And there's a little bit of a love affair where he meets Helen Walsingham, who is a very, very posh lady, very, very posh. Yeah. And so yeah, it's just about how he finds his roots at the end and realizes that he doesn't need money to be happy. He's got Anne. Him and Anne are happy together, and and it's a lovely story.
It is a really lovely story. And Shay, if I remember correctly, you actually had your first kiss on stage during Half a Sixpence, did you not? No, we'll just leave that there.
We'll leave that one there. But yeah, that is true. It was a brilliant. I loved it. It was a good show.
And now we have you giving us a fantastic rendition of Flashbang Wallet from Half a Sixpence.
We do. Let me have a look. I've got it here. There it is. Let's have a listen.
All lined up in a wedding group, here we are for a photograph. We're all dressed up in a morning suit, all trying not to laugh. Since the early caveman in his fur took a trip to Gretna Green, there's always been a photographer to record the happy scene. Hold it, flashbang wallet, what a picture, click, what a picture, what a photograph. Poor old soul, blimey, what a joke, that blown off in a cloud of smoke, that and stab your feet, banging on the big bass drum. What a picture, Anthony, bum 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 bum, sticking in the family album. The same thing happened long ago when man was in his prime, And what went on, we only know from the snaps they took at the time. When Adam and Eve in their birthday suit decided to get wet, as Adam was about to taste the fruit, the man with the camera said, "Hold it, flash red wallet, what a picture, click, what a picture, what a photograph, poor you'll leave there with nothing on, face all red and a big leaf, front clap and step your feet, banging on the big bass drum. What a picture, I'm to the bum 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 bum, stick it in the family album." You've read it in the folio or seen the Shakespeare play, how Juliet fell for Romeo in a merry month of May. And as he climbed the orchard wall to reach his lady fair, as he tumbled, she began to bawl and he floated through the air. Oh, did flashback, what a picture, click, what a picture, what a photograph, poor young chap, what a night he spent, tights all torn and his rapier bent flat and step your feet, banging on the big bass drum. What a picture, I'm to the bum 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 bum, stick it in the family album. Hold it, flashback, what a picture, click, what a picture, what a photograph, poor young chap, what a night he spent, tights all torn and his rapier bent clap and step your feet, banging on the big bass drum. What a picture, I'm to the bum 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 bum, stick it in the family album. Stick it in the family, stick it in the family, stick it in the family album, hey!
Yay! That was so good. I can
love
hear my
that musical.
parents singing along downstairs. It's amazing.
Well, I can hear it being played downstairs on the TV
Yeah.
down there, and it's like
Great.
it's quite funny as well though, because there's a bit of a delay between what's going on here
Yeah.
and what's going on down there. So it's yeah. And before we carry on and find out what the next show is, I've just found a comment. Let me have a look. It's from someone called Chris Lingard. Go away. And from someone called Chris Lingard, and it says, "I was in the Young'uns when it started, and he's 40 now." So that's brilliant, Chris.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I thought I was old with my 10 years, but
So
but yeah, thank you very much for that fabulous rendition. There were some absolutely fabulous photos on that thing as well. The character roles in this show, you can see just from the snaps
and I've got to say it was brought up. It was brought up by no other than Simon Orton-Jones, who has said that there was fabulous choreography by Pamela Williams, and Pam did say she loved choreography. It was brilliant. That choreography for that song was fab. So yeah,
so good. So good.
Now then.
Oh.
Where are we now? That's it. Yeah. So I was reading where we are.
Get back on script, Shane.
Get back on script. So, because I'm writing a play, Callum.
Are you really?
I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's about puns. It's a play on words.
Oh. On to show number 6, if you will, Ruby.
Now we have Honk from 2016. This is another musical I'm not familiar with, but I love the story of The Ugly Duckling the musical derived from. So I'm really looking forward to hearing all about it.
Yep, that's right. Now we are moving on to talk about the 2016 production of Honk. So, as Ruby said, Honk is a theatre adaptation of Hans Christian Andersen's book, The Ugly Duckling. Shay, can you tell us a bit more about Honk?
Well, Honk is a musical theatre adaptation of the Hans Christian Andersen book, The Ugly Duckling. See, that's been said 3 times. It's got
just in case we needed to
just in
remind
case
you.
anyone didn't know. And for anyone that doesn't know about that, it's an ugly duck, or it's a swan who is born into a duck nest. And he gets picked on because he's different to everybody else. That is a song in the show. And I don't know if it's fortunate to be given that role, but yeah, I was given the role of the ugly duckling. I don't know what the production team were trying to say about me, but hey ho, I'm joking. But yeah, and we meet the ugly duckling, who he goes along and he meets the cat who he's been told to keep away from, but he meets the cat, and then he gets taken away by the cat, and everyone's like, he's gone. And it's about a journey of him trying to find his mother again and getting back to his mother. But does he find her? That is the question.
Oh, cliffhanger.
He does.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for letting me
No
know.
problem. Now, Kellen, we were very fortunate to perform together in the show. Let me just see. I think I do have a little picture. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go on.
This is both me and you pre-puberty. We're ready. That picture is just wow. So
it's definitely
what
something.
is it that you remember most about the show? What's your favourite part about it?
Well, first off, I absolutely adored that dress. It when I get married, whenever that is, if I could still fit in that dress, that would be the one I'd wear. It was absolutely beautiful. I felt like a princess.
Pamela Williams has just said, are we ready? Oh, that's not Pamela Williams, that's Chris. That's
Pamela.
Chris Sims. But this is Pamela Williams. She says, "Oh, Kellen, loved you in that white dress."
It's one of the favourite questions I've won in Young'uns, but that wasn't the question, so I'll answer your question now, Shay.
Do it.
Something I remember most about Hunk, actually, was our inability to communicate with each other throughout the entire... I remember being at the back of the town hall under the balcony and Pam trying to teach us the dance to the song we're about to hear you sing. And Pam had to fill in for each of us because we were so awkward that we wouldn't dance together. So thank you so much, Pam, for doing that.
Thank you, because I don't actually think we actually performed it together. I think in rehearsals we were performing it with Pam for every rehearsal until trying to get you two to hold hands.
Yeah.
I think that this picture here showing us we're holding hands. Yes, Pam, that is
we made it
because Pam has just said in the comments. Trying to get us to hold hands. It was difficult. I think it started off with us touching fingers like that.
Yeah, we slowly joined 5 fingers together.
I'm currently getting bullied by member. Or I don't know if it bullied, but you two were hilarious. So
something like that.
Something like that. Anyway,
have you got a memory you remember most from Hunk?
For me, it was the song "Play with Your Food" when I had to dance around with a cat.
Yes.
I ended up and again a fantastic choreographed performance by Pamela Williams. Hi, Pam. We're just going to do that every time we mention your name.
Yeah.
And so we got to a really fun dance, and I ended up getting pushed into this bowl that was actually a big bath, and I had an orange shoved into my face, and it was meant to happen. But this one night, the girl that was playing the cat shoved it that far into my face that I had to go to the toilet late after and get some tissue because she hit it that hard that my gums were bleeding and it hurt. But yeah.
Some aggressive orange there.
It was an aggressive. Definitely, the cat was definitely in character in that scene. I've got to say.
Yeah, really, the violence coming out. So to finish our section on Hunk, we have again the lovely Shay Farron singing
Who's
"Now
he?
I've Seen You." Yeah,
Who's that?
some weirdo. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen butterflies on bluebells drinking in the dew, cobwebs in the sunlight shining. I've seen them too. I've seen woodlands in the autumn, falling leaves of every shade. And you, I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you. I've seen waterfalls cascade, sparkling in the light. Damselflies that dance their dance from morning till night. I've seen rainbows reaching skyward, pass between the clouds, then fade from view. I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you. And though I've seen the willows weeping branches, the misty morning air, the clear and starry night, there's nothing to compare with you. I've seen swallows in the summer wheeling overhead. I have seen the silkworm spinning gossamer thread. I have seen the golden sunset over the horizon, painting skies of pink and blue. I thought I knew what beautiful was. Now I've seen you. Now I've seen you. Oh, now I've seen you.
Fab! I've just been sat having a right giggle at some of those pictures.
To be fair, no one else can see this, but I'm able to see in the waiting room, and some of the reactions I was seeing then was brilliant. They majority of them were you going, but they were brilliant. They were brilliant.
And some fab comments on that video as well, Shay.
Oh, I'm seeing some brilliant things. Oh, we've got this one from Jane Green. Let's have a look. That's Kate, James, and Luke's mum, and she says, Kate remembers eating all the bread as Fluff the Duckling. Please don't dig that in, because I didn't get any of that bread.
I remember being so jealous that the 4 ducklings got to eat a baguette on stage.
And we didn't. It was really sad.
No.
Oh, and Simon Norton-Jones, he actually says, the little ducklings were great. Yes, they were, Simon. Now,
I'll get back on script now.
Let's get back on
Thank you
script.
so much, Shay, for that performance from Honk. I've got to say, Shay, that I'm actually really enjoying having a script for this performance. Otherwise, we'd be winging it. No, okay, fine.
Back to you, Ruby.
Coming up now, a show from 2017, Bugsy Malone. So let's hear how our Llangollen cast got on playing gangsters.
That is right. And sorry, that's you. That's your line.
Yeah, it's just in my line. It's fine, Shay. No. We are now talking about the 2017 production of Bugsy Malone, and thankfully, we are finally joined by other people live to talk about the shows. Even guys, how are you doing?
Hi.
Hello.
Good.
Now, guys, Bugsy, it was your very first show. So, Aled Morris, we're going to come to you first because, sorry, that's the wrong screen.
It's not Aled Morris.
That's not Aled Morris, and that's not Aled Morris either. But Aled Morris, we're coming to you because Bugsy was your very first show, so tell us, how did you get involved with the Young'uns?
Ooh, there I am. So before Young'uns, I used to do rugby, and I was always told by people that I would run around the pitch dancing and singing. I don't know why people would think that for no reason whatsoever. So my mum's friend came up to me and she said that there's a group in Young'uns called Young'uns in Llangollen, and they said that they put on shows every year and that I'd be great in it. So I went down there and I had a look at it, and it was just great. The first night there was just amazing. I met a lot of new people, a lot of new friends. I got so much opportunity on the show. It was just absolutely amazing. I love it to bits.
Thanks for that, Aled, and I'm so glad you've joined Young'uns. One of my really good friends, Aled Morris. And you were absolutely phenomenal as Fat Sam. You were so funny. So Ethan, I'm going to come pick on you and ask you a couple of questions. So obviously Bugsy's a fantastic show, but for anyone who has had the misfortune to not have seen Bugsy Malone, can you tell us a bit about what it's about?
Oh, I'll try. Bugsy is set in 1920s in New York. The main characters are Blousy Brown and Bugsy. There's two sets of gangsters, Dandy Dan's gang and Fat Sam's gang. Fat Sam tells Bugsy if he go to Dandy Dan's mansion and find out what they're doing, like what kind of guns they've got and stuff like that, he'll pay him. So he finds out that it's splurge guns. So in the end, it's just a massive fight in the bar. But finally, after all that chaos, they say, let's just be friends. And Blousy and Bugsy go to Hollywood.
Oh, Ethan, I couldn't have put it any better myself. Helen, see, I only used it once. I only said that line once.
Yeah,
she was telling me off in rehearsals because I was saying it too many times. But Katie, we're coming to you now because again, Bugsy, it was your very first show as well. So tell us, how did you get involved with the society? And while you're there, give us a memory.
Well, I joined because in primary school I had two really close friends and they both went to Young'uns, and I also did drama clubs with them after school, and I really enjoyed doing that. So they told me that, you know, that they think that I should join. So that's what I did. I decided to join and I loved everything about it. It was just amazing. And my first show was Bugsy, and I played Knuckles. And I think my favorite memory would be when I was supposed to splurge someone, but the splurge gun actually fell on me on stage, and then I was covered in splurge and I just had to walk off with a bunch of splurge on me, and it was funny. So
Fab, thank you so much for that, Katie. I remember that being quite funny. We are just one big happy family in Young'uns. Talking of family, Ethan, we know that you're not the only member of your family who do Young'uns. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. I also have a sister and do cousins who do Young'uns. It's very nice and we all enjoy it, and it's a family thing, and our family comes and watch the shows, and it's very nice.
Brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. Now, finishing off our fabulous Bugsy Malone section, we have the fantastic Kelly Norton-Jones singing Ordinary Fool from Bugsy Malone. Take it away, Kellen.
Only a fool, like fools before me, I always think with my heart. Only a fool mistaken. Love songs and laughs for the blues. When a road I've walked before and so alone at my front door, I shouldn't cry, but I do. Like an ordinary fool when her ordinary dreams fall through. It's a lesson that I've learned and a page I should have turned. I shouldn't cry, but I do. Like an ordinary fool when her ordinary dreams fall through. Like an ordinary fool when her ordinary dreams fall through.
Brilliant stuff, Cullen. Now, we've had lots and lots and lots of comments. I'm sure you saw them popping up on
Yeah.
the screen during that. And people saying how fantastic it was. It was brilliant. Almost as good as the show, in fact. It was brilliant.
Wow, what a compliment show. Thanks.
It was a joke, don't worry. It was fine. But again, we'd like to also add how fantastic that video was. People are saying how good of a video it was. And big thank you to Barry Potter for all of the work. And that's Barry, not Harry. That's Barry Potter for all of the work that you do for the young'uns and help us out each year. So thank you ever so much, Barry.
Yeah, Barry. And now we are going to move on to our next show. Over to you, Ruby.
Up next, performed in 2018, the fabulous show Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Over to you guys.
And that's right. Our next show is the 2018 production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And once again, we're thankfully joined by members of our cast from that production. So, Heleth Edwards, we're going to start with you because that's not Heleth again. Heleth Edwards, we're coming to you. Oh, and I've got a technical hitch. It's not working. There we are. It's working now. So, what was your first show with the society? It was your first show with the society. I'm reading it wrong. Tell us how you got involved.
Yeah, so it was my first show. I'd actually wanted to join the young'uns a little bit before doing Joseph. I had friends who'd been doing it for a few years and I really wanted to do it with them. But I had too many clubs going on, so I didn't have the time to do it. And I had to wait until I joined secondary, where I left my primary school clubs behind, and that gave me more time to commit myself properly. And one of the clubs I did do in my primary was the drama, and I really did thoroughly enjoy that. So there was no reason at all not to enjoy young'uns. And yeah, I finally did it. It was great. Everyone was so lovely. I had an absolute blast, so I stayed.
Thank you so much for that, Helen. So, Alec, for anyone who missed out on watching the production of Joseph and has no clue what we're talking about, can you give us a bit of a summary as best you can?
Yes, of course. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is about a boy called Joseph who has all these strange dreams that like are very weird, but they also come true. And he's the favorite son of Jacob, and Jacob's got another like 12 sons. And to show his love to Joseph, Jacob goes and buys him a massive multicolored coat, and of course this makes the brothers very jealous. So what they do is that they plan to kill Joseph, and they soon change their plans and they sell him off as a slave instead, but they tell their father that he died wrestling a goat. And then he moves from places to places until he ends up being a servant of Potiphar, who is a very rich person. But then he's framed by his wife, who has lots of affairs, and he is then kicked in prison. And then he uses his dream kind of powers or whatever to help Pharaoh, the leader of Egypt, to determine his dreams and what they mean. And this makes him a very powerful man. He's like Pharaoh's second in command now. And then a couple of months or years later, his brothers come looking for food because they've run out. And they don't know it's Joseph. So he plays a little game with his brothers. He gives them food, but then he frames Benjamin, the second to last youngest. But he soon sees the error of his ways, and they all reunite, and a big happy family. The end.
Fantastic summary of the show. It was a brilliant show to be a part of. And Grace, again, we're coming to you now because this, again, it was your very first show. So tell us, how did you get involved with the society? And while you're there, tell us what it was that made you stay.
Yeah, so I heard about Young Uns from my mum, whose friend's daughter went there, and I did the like tester session over the summer, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought I'd do the proper thing, the whole shebang, if you will. And then, I mean, from the get-go, like everyone's been saying, I fell in love with it. Just the people, the shows he put on, the production, like it was just so great. And yeah, that's why I stayed. So
Yay! We are so glad that you stayed, Grace. So Shay, I know people have heard enough of your voice already, but Joseph was one of your favourite shows, am I right?
Oh yeah, it was such a brilliant show. I loved it. I loved playing the role of the Pharaoh, who's like Elvis. It was a brilliant show to be a part of. And I'm going to show you a clip now because this clip, I love it. It's brilliant. It was such a fun scene to be a part of this. And I'm showing you because I've got to say how amazing every single year, and in particular Joseph, the production team put to make the set as good as it is, the lighting as good as it is. We've already seen Pam put a thing to shout out Ollie and James from Orb Sound and Lighting. Fantastic guys that help us out every year. And also everyone who works behind the scenes. Let's just take a quick look and see how amazing this set actually is. Oh, I loved that show. It was such. That scene was just amazing. It was amazing. Now, So again, I'm just going to say a huge thank you for every year to our costume department, sound and lighting, to our main production team, Pam, Joe, Robin, Dee, Julian. All of you guys are fabulous, and we seriously cannot put the shows on without the hard work and dedication you guys put in. So a huge virtual round of applause to you guys. Thank you.
Yay!
Now,
and now to finish
that's you,
off
yeah.
yes. And now to finish off the section talking about the lovely Joseph, we have the lovely Aled Morris, who'll be giving us a rendition of the finale, Any Dream Will Do. Go, Aled, you got this.
I closed my eyes, drew back the curtains to see for certain what I thought I knew. Far, far away, someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping. Any dream will do. I wore my coat, with golden lining, colours shining, wonderful and new. And in the east, the dawn was breaking, and the world was waking. Any dream will do. A crash of drums, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness, I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Still hesitating. Any dream will do. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Give me my colored coat, my amazing colored coat. Give me my colored coat, my amazing colored coat.
Oh,
That-
so good. Thank you so much for that, Aled.
I'm sitting here like thinking, oh, that was seriously like, what was it, 3 years ago? And
It's mad.
it was a
Oh.
brilliant show. I loved it. I loved it.
I
It was,
absolutely adored Joseph.
yeah, it was a good
so
show.
good. So good. Those pictures were just absolutely fabulous. But yeah, anyway, let's go on and find out our next.
Before we find out what the next show is,
Mhm.
okay. In lockdown, I think it was in lockdown 697. I thought of an idea to set up my own business. Okay.
Right.
A shadow puppet theatre.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the idea is, okay, you listen to this. Listen to this. Okay.
I'm listening. Yeah.
I'm good, because imagine this: the business plan says I'm going to make a fortune,
Nice.
but it's just projected figures.
Oh, Shay.
What? That was
Just do the next show. Next show.
fine.
The next show we're looking at from 2019 is Grease. This is such a fun show and I can't wait to hear all about it. So, well, ooh, tell me more, tell me more.
Yeah, okay. Our next production is Grease, the musical, one of my favourites that the Young'uns have done personally. And we are yet again joined by other members of the cast. We have Aled, who played Roger, Katie played Jan, I was Rizzo, Shay was Eugene, and the cool dude Vince Fontaine. And we have newcomer Ethan, who starred as Danny Hooker himself. This show was your first one with the Society, so can you tell us how you got involved?
Yeah, well, I actually met Kelly herself on a drama workshop in the summer, and she was telling me all about Young'uns and was saying that, you know, they needed more boys, and I just thought I'd go along. I hadn't performed for a while, and I fell in love with it instantly. I fell in love with the people, and I loved the atmosphere. I just had so much fun, and I just wanted to keep on going. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant stuff, Ethan. Now, Grace, we're coming to you now, because this is a very, very silly thing to say, okay? But for anyone who has not seen Grease at all, anyone...
Shame on you.
First of all, shame on you, because there's lots of opportunities for you to see it. But what happens? Go on, what happens in Grease?
Okay. Grease is about when two teenagers, Sandy and Danny, meet over the summer and fall in love and have this summer romance, but then have to leave each other at the end until, in some weird fate, they end up going to the same high school. Sandy joins their high school, but when she gets there, Danny is totally different. He's in this group called the T-Birds, and it's just not how she remembers him. She becomes friends with a group of girls called the Pink Ladies, and then there's loads of drama, loads of but it all works out in the end. So that's that's good.
Fab. Yeah, as I said, it's one of my favourite shows that the Young'uns have done. I just remember having the best time in rehearsals. It was such a good one. So, Aled, can you tell us a bit about your time in Greece? Have you got a favourite memory?
Well, I've got a lot of good memories. It was a great show. I loved every minute of it. But the memory that stood out the most to me was in the dress rehearsal when it was Luke and Will, who were playing Kaniki and Sunny, had to take off my trousers to reveal my very lovely American boxers. And during that scene, Will had knocked my shoe off stage, and it went right into the band section where Julian was playing. So I had to hop off stage without a shoe. So during the next scene, I had to come into the main hall, and I had to go into the band section and pick out my shoe. And while I was doing this, all I could see was people on stage stopping and just watching me as I was going along. It was so embarrassing, but it's very funny.
Yeah, and those American underpants were very interesting, Aled. And I think we saw them, didn't we, in the opening trailer for anyone that saw that?
Yes, it did.
Now, Ethan Roberts, we're coming to you now, matey, because tell us about your experience with Young'uns with Grease, and what was your favourite memory?
I really enjoyed Grease. I think it might be my favourite show in Young'uns. It's a very it's a very good show. My favourite memory is probably the school dance, and I think a lot of people can agree with me. That was just really fun to do.
Yeah. Again, some more fabulous choreography from Pam. I remember having the best time learning the hand jive. So good. And to finish off our section about Grease, we have the lovely Ethan the Shemanon in a very tight leather jacket singing Sandy from Grease.
stranded at the drive-in, branded a fool. What will they say Monday at school? Oh, Sandy, can't you see I'm in misery? Made a start, now we're apart. There's nothing left for me. Love has flown all alone. I sit and wonder why you left me. Oh, Sandy, oh, Sandy, baby, someday when high school is done, somehow, someway, our two worlds will be one. In heaven, forever and ever we will be. Oh, please say you'll stay. Oh, Sandy, Sandy McCarthy, you hurt me real bad. You know it's true. But baby, you gotta believe me when I say I'm helpless without you. Love has flown all alone. I sit and wonder why, oh why you left me. Oh, Sandy, 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 why, oh, Sandy.
Absolutely fabulous. I love the emotional gazing into the distance at the end of the song. Shay, you're on mute, by the way.
Sorry,
Panic on your face.
I was saying how brilliant it was, and that was ruined now because it was on mute. But
yeah.
brilliant, well done, Ethan. That was fantastic.
Absolutely
Mate.
fabulous performance from Ethan.
Yeah.
And we are now nearing the end of this evening with just one more show left. Shay.
Oh, sorry. That was
just one more show left to discuss. And I'm sure you'll agree that it has been a really lovely evening looking back at our young'uns' memories.
It has been a wonderful time, and it's definitely been strange these past 6 months, not having to rush to the town hall and rush to the studio in Llangollen for our rehearsals. But maybe, we never know. Could be back. They could be back soon.
I hope so. I miss it so much. But we can't perform anything without mentioning our lovely Jeanette Williams, who sadly isn't with us anymore. No,
Jan made such a special part of our young'uns family, and the whole Operatic family, in fact. And she was fabulous with the love and support she gave, being head of the costume departments. And we will definitely never forget Jan. And we're sure that tonight she's sat up there smiling down on us. And yeah.
Yeah. So we are now going to meet the final member who'll be joining us for this evening. His name is Camille, and we'll be hearing his rendition of Merry Old Land of Oz. Take it away.
Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, couple of tra-la-las. That's how we laughed the day away, Merry Old Land of Oz. Buzz, 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 chip, 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 and couple of valley-das. That's how the crickets crickle day in Merry Old Land of Oz. Couple 12 and start to walk at 1. Take an hour for lunch and dinner to it on. Jolly good fun. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, couple of tra-la-las. That's how we laughed the day away in Merry Old Land of Oz. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, ha 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 ha. That's how we laughed the day away with ho ho ho, ha ha ha. Merry Orlando Boss. Papa here, Papa there, couple of brand new straws. That's how we keep you young and fair in Merry Orlando Boss. Rub here, rub there, when your dinner runs. That's how we keep you in repair in Merry Orlando Boss. Can make a dimple smile the frown. Even time I asked to match my crown. Jolly old town. Clip, clip here, clip, clip there, do your roughest claws. A serenade of silver fame, Merry Orlando Boss. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, ho 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 ho. That's how we laughed the day away, Merry Orlando
The final show from 2020 is The Wizard of Oz. So let's take a journey down the yellow brick road and see how it went.
That's right. Our final show this evening is the 2020 production of The Wizard of Oz. And just as I'd like to say a huge final thank you to Miss Ruby Snape for joining us this evening and all the hard work you've put in for that. Thank you, Ruby.
Thank you.
Now, Camille, I've got to say that was a fantastic performance there of Merry Old Land of Oz. Again, that isn't Camille. I need to work
It's always me.
So Camille, Wizard of Oz, it was your very, very first show with the Young Uns. So tell us how you got involved with the Young Uns. And while you're there, give us a memory.
Yep. How I came to Young Uns. I met Katie, I met her mum, and they told me about Young Uns, and just to give it a try, I just went there, went for casting, and I was for joke casting for a witch. And I ended up as being a guard of Emerald City. It was quite fun. Like, I met many new friends there, like Halif or not Holly, but or I knew Holly, but I met many new friends there. And my favorite memory is the first appearance of Guard of Emerald City, if I'm being honest. Because, like, come on, you just shout at people. You can shout at anybody, and it's just your role. You just look out for the window and just shout at them. Just it's fun.
You were really funny as the Emerald City Guard. I loved it so
Thank
much. Now, Ethan Lasheminant, for anyone who hasn't seen The Wizard of Oz for some bizarre reason, can you give us a bit of a summary of what happens?
Well, for anyone that hasn't seen it, which at this point I find it very hard to believe considering how long it's been out, but for those very few who haven't, basically what happens is the story follows Dorothy, who's been taken to the land of Oz after a cyclone rips through her hometown in Kansas, and so she's having to go up the yellow brick road to basically get back home. And along the way, she meets some amazing friends. She meets the Scarecrow, who's looking for a brain. She meets the Tin Man, which I played myself, who is looking for a heart. And then she meets the Lion and Courage. They get to the Emerald City. They meet the Wizard, and he's unwilling to grant their requests unless they kill the Wicked Witch. And so that Dorothy can get back home, that's what they go and do.
Brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. Now, Katie, we're coming to you now. Where are you? There you are. What was your involvement with the show, and what was your favourite part of that?
Well, in this show, I played the Wicked Witch of the West, and I absolutely loved this part, and this was a very fun show. I absolutely loved the set and the costumes. It was amazing. The lighting, it was brilliant. And my favourite memory would probably be quite a funny one, where I had this really tall hat that was on my head, and well, it's not going to be anywhere else. So anyway, and it had a crow on it and a skull, and I had to go through the trapdoor on the stage to escape or get out. Sorry, and the skull and the crow fell off, and then my dress got caught on something. And yeah, that's it really, but it was funny.
You were absolutely fabulous as the Wicked Witch, and your costume was just gorgeous. We also had Aled, who played the Cowardly Lion. Ethan, as you mentioned, was the Tin Man. Heledd was the very cruel Miss Gulch. We had little Ethan as the Wizard of Oz himself, and the lovely Grace, who starred as Dorothy. This was your first leading role with the Young'uns, and I'm sure it won't be your last. Can you tell us about your experience?
Yeah. As you know, I've been the Young'uns for a few years, and I really was not expecting to get the lead role, but I wanted to give it a shot because I felt this role was something that, attracted to me the most. And I was like, what's the harm in trying? So yeah, it was such a eye-opening and fun experience for me, to finally get to have a bigger role in the show. And yeah, it was just so fun, and we had so many good laughs. And yeah, I think the shows came out great, so I'm very glad. Yeah.
Brilliant. Let me just move myself. It's difficult now. You're also small on the side, but Grace, it was a brilliant show. And I've got to say, we're coming to the end of our show now, and to finish off our Wizard of Oz section and our whole show, we have the fantastic Grace Roberts taking us over the rainbow.
Yay!
There it is. Cool. Here we are.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble, the raindrops tumble all around. Heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, I can't.
Oh,
That was absolutely beautiful, Grace. What a way to end our evening. So, our evening has come to an end, and I'm sure everyone can agree that it's been really lovely looking back at our memories.
Definitely, and from the feedback of everyone in the comments, I think everyone has enjoyed themselves. Thank you to everybody involved. First of all, guys, I want to thank all of you for joining us. Give yourselves a virtual round of applause with some jazz hands. Come on, virtual round of applause with jazz hands.
Well done, guys.
And I want to say a huge thank you to Pamela Williams. Pam, thank you for letting us let loose on this and spam the Llangollen page with this show. We hope everyone has enjoyed it, and I've got to say a huge thank you to all of you watching at home. There's lots of comments coming in. There's too many for me to read out now, but a huge thank you to everyone. We could not have done it without you guys.
No, thank you so much for watching, and I'm just gonna big thank you to Shay, who has put so much work into doing this production. Honestly, the amount of technology that Shay's had to use to put all this stuff together, I don't even understand. I don't understand how he can possibly work it all, but he does, and he's made it look so fabulous. And yeah, so big thank you for you, Shay, for sorting this all out.
Yeah, thank you very much. I've really enjoyed it, guys. Hopefully we'll let loose again. Hopefully Pam lets us do it again. Finish your one last line, Helen, before we finish.
My last line. So the future of Llangollen shows is uncertain at the moment, but whenever it is that we are back on the town hall stage, we look forward to welcoming you all again and bringing you an exceptional show. But until then, stay safe. Goodbye.
And we're going to finish now with our closing credits and a few videos where a few of our rehearsals didn't go to plan. See you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.
There's the troublemaker. There's the troublemaker. Does everyone like my shirt? Thank you.
Did you get lost coming out of Narnia, Nathan?
No, it's fine. I know where I'm going. I'll be with Aslan soon.
Might have done.
Yeah, I did. What? It's nice. Oh, you guys work so.
Oh.
What did you work so what? We worked so.
I think what she was going to say is we're so happy to be a part of this. Thank you for having us and thinking of us.
Best screen I've ever seen.
Hello?
Well, we've always finished each other's sentences, so that's what it is. That's all I think it is. It's just trying to cause drama. That's it. I did.
Nice.
I did.
Basically,
I said that you hated everyone and you didn't want to be here. That's what you said, wasn't it? That was what you were going to say.
That's exactly.
Biscuits. That's quality entertainment.
Let's do that.
Mm.
Well, actually, no. Before we do that, let's just watch this.
I've came back with a full ice cream.
Ethan, you just like knocked me out the park. I thought I was cool with my biscuits. You've just got a bowl of it. All right. And you've got like a little wafer in it as well.
I tried to be fancy and put in a biscuit.
Oh my gosh! What? I actually tried something that was really good. Okay, bowl of vanilla ice cream with 2 chocolate digestives, literally crumbled up and sprinkled on the top. It is like, oh.
I'm gonna try that one.
Mm.
Watching the blank, quiet screen. Sorry, I thought. you know, when I click on the video, all our mics mute, and I thought, oh, I've clicked on it, and I had, but there was just a delay. It just wasn't working.
Yeah, just keep it going. I got my bourbons, the top class biscuit. I've got my cup of tea, which is stuck to my coaster. See my coaster? I drew it myself. It's a little giraffe. You're welcome.
Loser.
Whatever made you loser. Thanks.
Oh my days! Oh my days! You banana looking monkey!
Right.
Charming.
What we're gonna do, Ethan? We're gonna redo that.
Well done. Okay.
So, Alan, did you say the line before?
So, who are we waiting for?
Literally everybody else. I told them to be here.
You do realise you're muted, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, there he is.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Right, guys. Why didn't any of you tell me that? Sorry, that was really wrong time. 3, 2. Why didn't?
Do you know what you are, Nathan?
What?
You're one of them.
A cactus?
No, what's a cactus?
Fully hydrated.
They're not fully hydrated. They barely drink.
Yeah, well, can't say the same for you, Yalki.
You're being out of order now.